Yeah, so we don't want to be too quick to cancel people. Like I'm like, yo, we don't need to be canceling everybody all the time, but sometimes people gotta be canceled. Like if you do some cancelable shit, I don't think that's a word, but you
We'll
do
take it.
something that forces you to need to be canceled. Um, I'm gonna say Tory Lanez. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Tory
God,
Lanez.
yeah.
Tory Lanez shot Meg the Stallion.
King
You know, we
sucker.
were trying to figure out what happened in that whole scenario. Everybody was kind of waiting for Meg to come out and say, and she finally came out and said, "Hey, yeah, Tory Lanez shot me." So I mean,
Craziness.
let's go around the table. What do we think about this? Is that a cancelable offense?
Nah, he has to go. Period. Like, if they not me personally, what I would like to see happen, I'd say pick his little ass up, drop him off on the south side of Houston, where she's from, and let him, you know what I'm saying, find his way back home to Canada. But obviously, that's not a realistic solution. That's not gonna happen. Obviously, the right thing for a civilian to say is lock him up, put him in jail, let the legal process, you know what I'm saying, take its course. But I mean, even up to this point, what have they done? I mean, obviously we got our legal expert here. He can get into the whole legal aspect of it, but nah, he has to go. Like, you come over, you're not even from here. You from Canada, and you come over here. You're an outsider. We invited you. We allowed you to come into our culture because hip hop. I mean, even hip hop, R&B, whatever you want to call them, black music started. You know what I'm saying, over here by us, by black people. Anybody that's not from over here, that's not black, that you're an outsider. So when you're an outsider and we've welcomed you in, allows you to come in and thrive in this culture, in our, you know what I'm saying, in our market, you should act right. And you definitely he fucked up. He blew it. Because he was on his way. He was in a real good position. But I don't give a fuck if you pilled up, what kind of drugs you on, what you been drinking.
So you're saying there's no excuse for that behavior?
Even before she even came out and said and divulged what she divulged on Instagram. Like I was telling y'all, just the fact that he pulled out a weapon, a gun.
In general,
not just a weapon. He pulled out a gun in an argument with a female.
In her presence, period.
Yeah. I mean, people were trying to, say, oh, I still need to hear the facts. We don't know that he shot her. We don't know if it was accidental. Just the fact that he had a pistol in his hand during an argument with a female. Like, she was telling us without telling us what you know what I'm saying, the whole time.
That's the thing.
And the fact that, I don't know, we can get into the different levels of it.
Yeah,
I'll
we
let
got more
everybody,
to go.
I'll let everybody get their initial thoughts in before we, really get into the layers of it. But yeah, he gotta go.
Give us the woman's perspective.
Should Tory get canceled? Absolutely.
Because you got a lot of his music on your phone.
And y'all know, I love
spicy and pricey.
Yeah, I love me some Tory Lanez. Like, I got every project. I listen to him all the time. That's my favorite workout music. It's my favorite riding music. So it's hard for me to cancel him. He's looking at me. I'm a big stan, but it's fact. But so I have to say he's canceled. Absolutely. Similar to like R. Kelly. Like, I loved R. Kelly. And I know a lot of people still listening to it, still stepping in the name of love, but I canceled him. I don't listen to him. I don't have any of his music. I mean, the stuff that I bought before that, it is what it is, but I don't support him anymore. And unfortunately, the same thing with Tory. Like, and it pains me to say that. I was one of the main people saying, well, we got to see what really happened. Because I thought I was coming up with stories that he was defending her, trying to make it seem, just justifying why he would pull out a gun in her presence. I was like, he had to be trying to protect her. And that's because, I rock with y'all black men and I want to see the light, the positivity. I didn't want to look at it from a negative, angle. But once Megan came out and said what really happened, like, I'm like, Lord, Tory really shot the Stallion. And that's terrible. So he does deserve to be canceled. And like we said, we'll get into more regarding that. But what you think, Esquire?
I totally get not rushing to judgment. As a defense attorney, like I'm with that. I mean, a lot of stuff we don't know, until the facts come out and whatnot. The problem that I have is Megan Thee Stallion came out and was clearly traumatized. Regardless of what happened, she was traumatized. And for people to laugh at her pain, to question her trauma, and for black men to do that, in addition to Tory Lanez liking statuses that undermine her story, And then now even now after she named him, some black men are coming out saying stuff like, well, he's 5'2" and she's 6 feet.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, bro, just corny. Like, I'm like,
cornballs.
Like, this is a black woman who clearly has shown us that she's in pain, has given no reason to not believe what she's saying. And I'm just disappointed, man. I'm disappointed in Tory. I'm disappointed in black men who are vouching for his foolishness, like for that.
There's no explanation for what happened, and now that we know that he intentionally shot her, that he was trying to harm her, and again, just the simple fact that you're in an argument or a disagreement and you pull out a gun, like there's no coming back.
He hasn't come out and said a word. If any of this is untrue, you're gonna come out and say something to defend yourself, to try to disprove what this woman is saying about you. But he hasn't said a word. He's been radio silent. He's been invisible. What
would you advise your client, Esquire?
I would tell him to shut up for sure. You don't say anything.
The Good Citizens Podcast.